Russian President Vladimir Putin says he hasn't taken his country's COVID-19 vaccine yet, but will do so once Sputnik V is approved for general use. And he touted Russia's handling of the pandemic. Stuart Smith reports from Moscow.
From his residence just outside of Moscow, Mr. Putin took questions from journalists and citizens from around the country in a press conference that lasted over 4.5 hours. He mentioned the strength of the Russian economy compared to the United States and some Western European countries, noting that industrial production only fell by 3.6% compared to some Western countries which saw a fall of nearly 9%. He also noted that the Russian sovereign wealth fund is as high as it's ever been and national debt is at record lows. On the vaccine rollout, he mentioned that the vaccine production is suffering from a lack of capacity, specifically the manufacturing stage, which is failing to keep up with demand and the requirements of the Russian state. But he says the government is looking at potential solutions. What he didn't mention were the huge number of deaths due to COVID-19, reaching nearly 50,000. That's by official Russian figures, and also the 4.5 million financial casualties in terms of small businesses which have gone bankrupt during the pandemic. He touched on Western, US and Russian relations, saying that Russia has never interfered in American elections, and also rubbishing the idea that Russia was engaged in the latest cyber attack on the US, which saw many government departments' details leaked. He also rubbished the claim that he had anything to do with the poisoning of Alexei Navalny, the anti-corruption politician who was poisoned in August, saying that Navalny himself is working with the United States and that the point of all of this is just to destabilize Russian civil society and sow discord in amongst US-Russia relations. But looking forward, he laid a more optimistic tone, noting that Joe Biden was someone he would like to work with to improve Russia-US relations, and that Joe Biden has expressed excitement about extending the New START deal, which is a weapons treaty which Mr. Putin considers extremely important to Russian safety. Mr. Putin even went as far as saying that Joe Biden is an experienced and professional politician. Now, Mr. Putin, of course, himself is an experienced politician, having been in the job either as president or prime minister for 2 decades. But when asked whether he was going to carry on after 2024, which the new constitution allows him to do, he said he hadn't yet decided. Stuart Smith, CNA, Moscow.